2006 Dutch Open darts. And we welcome to the stage, first of all, a two-time Denmark Masters Youth semi-finalist. Please welcome, 13 years of age, Petereit! His opponent, also 13 years of age, takes part in his first world ranking final. Please welcome Bruno, Willi, Sauer!
Well, it is always special to see the potential stars of the future. And our second final is the Aspiranten final for competitors under the age of 14. Imagine being that young and being that good at darts to be able to play on the Dutch Open stage. But these two German competitors have proved themselves in qualifying for the final stage. We have Petereit and Bruno Willi Sauer. Now, in the commentary box, we are not meant to be taking favourites, we're meant to be impartial. But I think Eric has already won a couple of fans for the creativity of the nickname. Almost not Petereit, it's Petereit. I like it, Rich.
I love it, and what a first name. I mean, it's an iconic darting name, whether deliberate or not. I mean, what's next? Jockey Van Littler or something, you know?
60.
Well, if there are any Van Littlers watching and you are expecting, please consider that.
93.
Now, looking at the raw stats, of course, with these two being so young, we're not party to too much information about them. Just from this tournament alone, we would probably expect Bruno to fare stronger. He's been averaging 71 over the Aspiranten tournament so far, compared to 66 from Eric. But they've both started this game nicely. Have seen some
59.
stars play in this tournament before. We've seen some players who are so young in their growth development that they've literally had to jump while they've thrown. I remember a young Finnish lad by the name of Onni Pennanen a few years ago.
Why did you laugh and look at me when you said that, Dan?
95.
Maybe it was subconscious.
Yep, I know how they feel.
40.
But always an event I've particularly enjoyed
Eric,
at the
you
Dutch
require
Open. There aren't many
119.
events that do this for the 14s and under in big stage finals. It does them the world of good.
39.
Well, the left-hander was a little astray with his second dart there, but leaves a two-darter.
60.
Bruno is
Eric, you require
down to a
80.
finish, but it is a big one. So 80 for Eric Petereit. Lovely first start.
60.
Got further away
Bruno, you
with the
require
attempt at double 10.
122.
He should be back, and he will be back. First to 3 legs in this final, a little bit like the girls.
62. Eric, you require 20.
Back at double 10,
Game shot.
and it's
the
Eric
first leg.
Petereit who
Eric
takes the lead
Petereit.
in this
Second leg is Bruno
Aspiranten
to throw
final.
first. Game on. 60. $100.
No glaring signs of any nerves, which is good to see. I think in general, Rich, there's not just since Littler, since before him, in the last 10 years, there's become this fearlessness about kids playing darts.
Yeah, something that I'm particularly keen on, as you know, with the numbers, is how easily and how natural it is for them to move around the board and calculate what's going on. Again, it's almost subliminal. They don't even, I don't even call it thinking anymore. It's just automatic. It's like a snooker player knowing exactly where they're going to put the cue ball. You're getting this now with the young dart players.
30.
Yeah, a lot of dart players will tell you that it's not necessarily the mathematics, it's about remembering the patterns. And the patterns have sunk into the heads of these youngsters from such a young age that, as you mentioned, it does become subliminal.
But I tell you as well, you know, if you imagine how it was for young players 25, 30 years ago, they had 4 or 5 tournaments to watch on TV a year, if you're lucky. Now it's so accessible that they're all learning from each other.
Gone are the days where it was
Bruno,
treble 20 and the doubles. So much more to it now.
Well, treble 20 would leave a double here for Bruno.
60.
Lucky.
Eric, you require 100.
One of these shots, 1-1-3. Pick your route, up or down. Unfortunately, the 7 doesn't leave a finish. Stays on the treble 19.
35.
Try to leave tops.
Bruno, you require 80.
To get back into this match. 20 and tops.
Moves over to the right.
40. Eric, you require
Not
78.
land that dart at tops. So Eric, you would expect will get 1 dart at double. And it is the tops that Bruno missed.
38.
Yep, the left-hander had to
Bruno,
move to
you
the left there.
require 40.
Confusing the whole hockey. Clear shot now at tops. 2 good guides. Beautifully done.
Shot in the second leg. Bruno, Willi, Sauer. Third leg, it's Eric to throw first. Game on.
Young Bruno really packing a punch there with that double top.
$43.
Even the mannerisms of licking the finger before throwing the dart.
100.
They've been inspired to play.
And the scene in Germany right now, Dan, as we both know, we remember it in the
60.
Netherlands 30 years ago, how it took off after Raymond van Barneveld's exploits at Lakeside, and Germany these days.
47.
Seems only a matter of time before Germany does produce a World Championship winning player. We do a lot of work on the European Tour, and the passion just oozes from people that attend those tournaments all around Germany as well. It's not just specific to one region.
And the one thing that, like you say, they've got so many great players, but they're missing that elite Raymond van Barneveld, Michael van Gerwen that the Dutch have had and springboarded the game
45.
in the Netherlands. Just you wait. Maybe it'll be one of these two.
Possibly.
55.
The signs are good. Neither of them are looking out of place on the stage.
And you get the feeling they both know they're evenly matched here.
58.
We can see the statistics, they can't, but nothing to separate them. Well, I tell a lie, a point.
100.
It's a ton for Bruno, but it does leave a slightly awkward 99 finish.
Yeah, I think with the lie of that 20, though. It was the right decision to stay there.
41.
Yeah, after the first two
Bruno,
darts,
you
it was going to be a
require
3-figure
99.
out shot anyway, so he chose to stay. Mistake from Eric leaves a bogey number.
Yeah, we were praising the memory and the counting, but there it was just a slip into the one that cost him. It's a rare occasion where it'd be better off if the dart landed on the floor.
59. Bruno, you require 57.
Double top.
Game
Very
shot
routine,
to the
and Bruno
third
Willi
leg.
Sauer takes
Bruno
the lead.
Willi Sauer.
2-1 up in this Aspirante final.
leg, it's Bruno
Needs
to throw
only one
first.
more leg.
Game on.
After a strong start from Eric Petereit, Bruno Willi Sauer does lead. He was made to work a little bit harder in his semi-final, beat Koen Jansen of the
65.
Netherlands. Well, Petereit was a 3-1 successor over Aaron de Ridder of Belgium.
Germany had a great tournament, didn't they? 4 of the quarter-finalists from Germany. A couple from Belgium, and a couple from the Netherlands.
41.
There he is. Speaking of youthful.
Nick Rolls looking rather resplendent, back on refereeing duty. He hung up his mic
15.
at Lakeside, but chance to be at the Dutch Open was too great an opportunity to turn down, and he is here not just refereeing, but in support of his wife Jo, who's taking part in the aforementioned women's pairs
100.
finals. Her and Priscilla Steenbergen will take on Team Turkey.
And much like we've seen with Russ Bray since his retirement, in inverted commas,
97.
we're seeing more of him on the tour now. Nick, very similar. Refereeing duties a couple of weeks ago in Romania. He'll be off to Slovakia soon.
100.
Yeah, speaking of Russ, it's not often you hear about retired people who spend less time at home in retirement.
Exactly.
28.
Well, Nick Rolls is far from retired, heading things with the WDF. Well respected
60.
on and off the stage.
Certainly
And
so.
he's also...
He might look like he's drawing his pension, but there's plenty of life left in Nick Rolls.
Grief.
Love you really, Nick.
45.
Big visit needed against the throw, which will put some serious pressure on Bruno Willi Sauer.
85.
That'll do.
Yeah, and I'm sure Nick would love to referee a final leg here. It looks like it's going that way.
58.
The scoring has really
Eric,
dropped
you
off
require
in this leg with
115.
Bruno. You can see the average tumbling down. And it was a leg he started. Yeah, good second dart there, single 19 now, or 11 to leave tops.
75.
Both players favouring tops throughout the match.
Yeah, Bruno had the darts to go and win the title. To not be on a
95.
finish after
Eric,
18
you
darts
require
will be a
40.
huge disappointment. So Eric looking for a 19-dart
Game
leg.
shot
Tops
to
is
the
working
fourth
out
leg.
very
Eric
nicely for these two.
Fifth and final leg. It's Eric
So
to throw
we
first.
go all the way
Game
in
on.
the second final of this year's Dutch Open.
Perfect start.
123.
Well, there was some unfortunate drift, but a 1-2-3 is a very confident start to this last leg.
137.
That is brilliant. What a response.
Well, these two are producing under pressure.
100. 100.
Well, we can see the Petereit headgear just behind him. And will Petereit
41.
take the title here in Assen?
Well, that's a slip. There's not much to separate them after 9 darts. Needs a treble.
47.
Doesn't get one.
So the bare minimum here for Bruno, keep 3 darts straight in the big singles. Make sure you leave a finish. 18s now would do that. Or the 25.
60.
A bold move. Leaves 160. No room for error there.
59.
I'm not sure about that switch, Dan.
Bruno, you require one.
Just
No.
a 1 point difference.
Yeah, 130 is a much easier outshot. We only need one dart for a go at the bullseye.
64.
All shooting
Eric, you
from
require
Bruno has been good in this leg.
131.
131 was the checkout that won the Dutch Open for Jarno Bottenberg 2 years ago against Wesley Plaisier.
40.
It's not going to happen for Eric.
Bruno, you require
Will it happen
96.
now for Bruno Willi Sauer?
Decided to try and follow that treble.
60.
Surprisingly stayed there to leave
Eric,
double
you
18.
require 91.
How well he's been hitting tops. Let's see here. Treble 17 would leave that double 20, but he's gone the safe route. These days, the old-fashioned route taken by the youngster here. 16 for bull. It's the bullseye for the title.
And what a way to do it for Eric
And the
Petereit.
2026 Dutch Open Aspirante champion.
He
Eric
will not be stopping the
Petereit.
party this evening. Petereit with a wonderful bullseye shot to beat his young German compatriot. A 3-2 success for the 13-year-old. A potential star could be born.
I tell you what, his namesake, Peter Snakebite Wright, would have been proud of that bull
Well,
finish.
ladies and gentlemen, a fantastic final between two fantastic young players. A massive
Love
round
it.
of applause for your finalist, Bruno Willi Sauer. And ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 Dutch Open Youth Under 14s champion, Eric Petereit!